But then the thing is, it's gonna completely change the way we do design and UX, right? Like if you can predict the user's behavior, do we need to still do usability testing? Like because the whole reason we do usability testing is so that we can deliver experiences that the human will use. But will human use it? Is the AI gonna use it? Are we gonna do
Exactly.
usability testing so the AI know how to use it? I mean, this when I read your thing, that's why my mind is blown up. And then
Yes.
I ask the AI blown up. Everybody's behavior is unique, and all your behavior and experience is unique. Your personalization is just to you. Your behavior, your online things just to you. The recommendations and the website personalization just for you. It's almost like that. It's just one for that. Ah, I think it might be the similar thing. Welcome to UX Stories. I'm your host, Lihong Hicken. I've spent my career obsessed with how we understand what users actually think. When Chris and I helped scale user testing from zero to IPO, we thought we had it figured out, but AI has changed everything. The speed of building is now 10 times faster than the speed of listening. So Chris and I helped build TheySet. We want to use the vibe user testing to match the speed of vibe coding. I'm here to talk to visionary leaders who want to deliver great experiences to their customers. My guest today is very unique, is the one and only Alina Hernandez Porrello, Director of UX Engineering at Agile Engineering. I'm really excited to speak to Alina, so I'm a little bit shaking here. She's a really rare leader who bridged the gap between the deep academic theory and massive scale execution. She actually developed the groundbreaking framework called the Contextual Eruptive Forecasting Model, CIFM, based on Robert Rosen's work on anticipatory systems. So, Elena, I'm actually obsessed learner of people. You actually created a way to actually forecast users' needs before they even arise. So that's actually a true aha moment where you actually realize that standard user testing wasn't enough. You need a way to predict a model to truly understand the human experience. So before we dive in, can you tell our listeners who are you, right? How did you create something so magical? Tell us all about this. I'm so excited here.
Okay, so a little bit about me. So I've been a UX designer for the past 12 years, and I've worked with like corporations, startups, like you name it, like basically all scales of companies. And I've found this problem every time, and that is the generalization of users. We create user personas to generalize users, and that
Right.
doesn't only happen for us, it happens also for AI. So we have these huge databases with a bunch of information about different people, and people become numbers, they become stereotypes, they become a standardized version of a person, and that is something that as a professional I was very bothered about. And that takes me to the first reason I started working on this model that was fair machine learning. So currently, the models that we work with today, they have this generalized vision of who people are based on their age, on their even skin color, right, and
Mhm.
sexual orientation. They have all of these things into these databases. They're almost impossible sometimes to clean up, and
Uh-huh.
there are different ways that different people have suggested to make fair ML possible. But at the same time, they all came with like these little hiccups. And that's when I found Robert Rosen's anticipatory systems theory. And Robert Rosen's anticipatory systems was more about it's more about a biology concept than it is a computational concept, which is very rare. Okay, like, and even when I was at the conference, that was very interesting because everyone was talking about biology, and I was there talking about computers. Okay, the idea of Robert Rosen was like how the universe anticipates itself, like even humans, everything, all systems anticipate themselves. Okay, like they anticipate the next movement constantly. Okay, we can go very deep into it, but I want to like just highlight the reasons I started working in this, you know.
Okay.
And the CIFM is just an answer to both of those things, like FairML and anticipatory systems. So anticipatory systems made me realize, okay, so what if we work with something that is so unique to each one of us that can anticipate the next movement and make technology not be this thing that you have to learn, but this thing that works with you. So instead of, because in the beginning, the idea was like, I want to build something that has like the consciousness of a human, you know? And then I
Mm-hmm.
realized, why build a human? Why not build for human? Why not build this thing that is an extension of us and that anticipates us, that works with us, alongside us, not something to replace humans, but something to help us reach higher, and like reach just reach higher, like reach higher. And basically that's it. Yeah, go ahead.
So for like a practical model, let's say I am real world application. I'm a doctor in a high
Yeah.
stress healthcare environment, right? So how do you predict my next movement?
Yeah, so basically how it works, or how this model works, is that it works with different variables. So it has contextual variables and eruptive variables. Okay, contextual variables are these things that are kind of stable, such as weather, date, month, like, yeah, like the date, the time, something that is like very stable and very, like even heart rate. Now it gets tricky because there are some that could be eruptive and can be contextual at the same time. But then you have heart rate, you have base temperature, and so on. Those are some of the contextual variables. And then you have eruptive variables. These are the things, the events that you cannot really predict that can happen. Like for instance, like you having a sudden like rise of blood pressure, or getting sick,
Uh-huh.
or in the case of this doctor that is in a high stress environment, gets different cases of different people. So those variables will be set depending on each one of the users and the application they are using. So the idea is that this model is within every OS, okay? And the
Mm,
applications just take the information from it,
I
so that
see.
so that they can adapt based upon the already processed data. So this is something that basically what it does is that it's gonna allow the doctor to have the right tools at hand. Like it's gonna
Oh, it knows that I right now I need this tool.
exactly.
How
Uh-huh.
accurate are they right now
Yes.
in
Yes, exactly.
application?
Because we're talking about adaptative interfaces now.
Okay.
So
See.
that's the whole goal of CIFM. You create adaptative interfaces, and these adaptative interfaces work with the prediction, the forecast
Okay.
of what you'll need.
Okay. So let me thinking. So these predictive models are only as good as the ground truth they are trained on. So I was wondering, did you train these models with like videos of these doctors who are doing these like this is surgical videos that like they when they pick up this tool, the next step is they're not gonna they need next tool. They that's why they know
Yeah.
that is it why what data do you feed the AI model so that they know like is it videos, is it interview questions, is it think aloud videos like our user testing videos? It's like what do you feed them?
Yeah, so this AI works a little bit different than other AIs. So let's say there are some things I rather keep on the covers until the paper is published. So I'm gonna try to be like a little bit general, but at the same time answer your question. Basically, this AI is customizable to each user, so it cannot be trained on any data apart from user data. So
Oh.
so the idea is that we eliminate that way generalizations. So for instance, maybe this doctor use this tool for this specific condition, but this other doctor uses this other tool. So if we generalize that, it will always show up the tool that most doctors use and not the one that this doctor uses.
Mm.
So we are talking about a model that it lives and breathes with you. This is
Oh.
something that actually I've
It's,
discussed.
it's almost like a
Yeah,
personalized AI just for this one doctor.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, I
yeah.
actually have interviewed another guest on my previous podcast from Amazon, and they are working on. So he was talking about some similar concept where previously, when we are talking about users, they have
Mhm.
personas. They have 10
Yes.
persona, 5 persona. Imagine the
Yes.
concept of persona disappeared. Everybody is unique.
Mhm.
Everybody's behavior is unique, and all your behavior and experience is unique. Your personalization is just to you. Your behavior, your online things just to you. The recommendations and the
Yes.
website personalization just for you. It's almost like that. It's just one for that. Ah, I think it might be the similar thing.
Is similar, but not quite exactly the same, but similar. So you'll learn more about it like once the paper is about to be released. So you won't have to wait that long. But yeah, but basically the idea is that this is something that in turn will help interaction with technology and also accessibility. So there are like several things that this model will solve just by being so custom. And when I talked about this model with Tom Froes from the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology, he was talking about it and he said, like, I think this is the first like draft of an extended mind. So and hence what I was telling you earlier is not this is not about this is not about getting this is not about getting this model to be another human. This is that makes decisions for you. This is about getting a model that is an extension of you, of your
Mhm.
potential as human. So it's very different than the AIs that we're seeing that right now is like basically you like they do everything for you. This is more like it works to increase your productivity, your accessibility to products, and also like I've thought about like many applications even for elderly people that are not
Mhm.
very good with technology. It will understand how to adapt the interface to allow them to interact with their phone in a easy way that they can do the main actions they're looking for. So
Mhm.
that's where I'm at.
I'm thinking, so Arena, I was looking at this and I was searching for this one ultimate answer like, how will this be applied in real life? How would it change the UX world and the design world? I was asking all kind of questions to AI, and this is when the AI crashed. It couldn't answer me the question. I guess I would have to ask you, like, how will this technology, especially combined with your low code innovation, how will it change the UX world and the design world? You mentioned that in your linking that you actually have applied this technology in the way you look at the UX work and the way that you do your design. How does that change the way you do your UX and design work?
So for CIFM, in the way that it will like, because I believe there are two questions. So the first one is how this will be applied in the real world, and uh, well, I see it applied in multiple ways. So basically, again, my ideal state is this to be in your OS. This is a thing that you never see. Because one key thing that people always think when I talk about the CIFM, they think of a chatbot or they think of an assistant. Okay, this isn't a chatbot or an assistant because
No.
it would create an echo chamber. Like if it
Mhm.
were, it would be an echo chamber. Like it makes no sense. So this will be something that is like inside of all your devices, working with you for you, and then adapting each one of the interfaces from your applications so that you can do the actions that you're intending to do in a faster way. So we see this like as a more productive, like increasing the performance, like well, the performance, not the productivity of all the users. So for instance, a key example, let's say an elderly person that uses their phone to call their familiars and to maybe see the news, like just like read the news instead of having all of these different applications and all that, it will suggest different actions for them. Like it will be like, oh, so at this time in the morning, usually John wakes up and John turns on the lights. Like even at some point, even working with the environment, like with smart house items, like for instance, like Alexa and all that. So at this
Yeah,
time,
totally.
yeah, at this time, John wakes up. At this time, John makes coffee. So all of these things are active upon the knowledge of you, of your and it's not acting upon like general knowledge of 80-year-old men. No, it's acting upon like John's specific preferences, John's specific schedules. And when he picks up his phone to read the news, like immediately suggests like, hey, do you want to read the latest news? If John doesn't want to, he's free to do something else with his phone. But at the same time, it's just prompting the exact action that the user usually does at those times, and is recording if this changes and why it changes.
I'm just thinking about this. Is this an AI clone of yourself?
So I thought about that too, because that's an interesting one. So it isn't, because it will not record everything. So we've heard a lot about the Neuralink from Elon Musk and all that. So this is not like it's gonna record every aspect of your life.
No, not really. I'm just saying, like,
Uh,
can it reflect my taste or my behavior, or like reflect my opinion to certain professional liking, or
yes,
user like things to certain accuracy?
yes,
If it
and
is
actually,
yes, if it
yes,
is
it is.
yes, can I send it to do work and get paid for it? It's almost like
Oh, that's yeah. I haven't thought of that one,
so.
but
So think about this. So
yeah.
I do AI usability testing,
Aha.
and we pay panel people money to do
Mhm,
user
mhm.
test. And
Okay.
so, like, let's say you do user testing, you get paid $10 to give
Yes.
feedback on certain prototype or on
Mhm,
certain website. If this
mhm.
AI persona of me, Dr. XYZ, can give feedback just like I could, but this AI can give my feedback quickly,
Yep.
accurately. Can
Yep.
I lease out my AI persona to these company who want to develop product that I want to use to improve my quality for money, right?
Yes,
So
that's actually a great. I'm gonna write it down. Lihong's way.
oh,
I'm gonna write it down because I haven't thought of that. So,
no, I'm just saying,
uh,
like, is it
yeah.
so, like, I was thinking, like, these days the privacy of people, like,
Yes.
if anyone's gonna use my thing, I might as well make money out of it.
Yes, and the thing is that, well, the idea of this model is that your data should be safe because it's not in a database, so to speak, like
Yeah.
it's not being shared to train other models, or it's not, it's yours. So, yeah, so you could, in theory, what you're saying, actually, you could, yeah, like you could, because this AI will be recording so many things of you that, yeah, it can mimic a lot of you. Okay. It's not a neural link that is in your brain and like connected to things, and like, it's not chip inside of you, but yeah, like it will record enough things to mimic a lot of you. Like if it comes to like professional things and so on, of course it cannot be you, but it can be your professional, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
Mhm.
why I'm thinking, like, but then the thing is, it's gonna completely change the way we do design and UX, right? Like, if you can predict the user's behavior, do we need to still do usability testing? Like, because the whole reason we do usability testing is so that we can deliver experiences that the human will use. But will human use it? Is the AI gonna use it? Are we gonna do
Exactly.
usability testing so the AI know how to use it? I mean, this when I read your thing, that's why my mind is blown up, and then
Yes.
I ask the AI blown up.
Yes, and actually, so usability testing, we do it to iterate on the design and to, like that's not like, we still do need to iterate, but not for the main purposes. Like basically, it will iterate on its own, and it will receiving feedback and adapting the interface on its own. So usability testing will be this kind of two-phase thing. So one part done by us, part done by that's how I see it, at least. Like part done by us, because we still do need to test like how the application will work and the flows and all that, if that's working, but like the real work will be sorry, my cat.
Your
So,
cat wanted to say something. He said,
yes.
"Watch out, human! You gotta do usability testing, and then test out in the world. All the product will be designed for
Yes,
AI, and then humans
exactly.
wake up one day like, oh, we don't know how to use the products because everything
That's
is
not the thing. Exactly, but that's the thing.
Ah,
So humans are not meant to. So one thing that Nielsen, like just the Don Norman said, it was like if you have to learn how to use it, then it's not well designed or some like
ah,
he
that's
like.
true.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's the thing. So I wanted to remove this learning, like so it's adapting to you. It is like you are the one that is like just like getting the actions right there in front of you to use it, like and being guided through it. So you're just being guided through what you want to do and not like not the other way around where you have to learn how to do the actions. So that's why it's like it forecasts this like a specific actions, like and again, usability testing, I think that is not going to be gone. I think that is just going to be more like the scope of it is going to be reduced because a lot of it will be done by the interaction of the same user with the AI because it will be customizable. The
Yeah.
interface will be customizable. So, yeah.
Yeah, I heard somebody saying like, every time when a new technology coming in, not necessarily take away jobs. Like technology is like if you think about our ecosystem as a garden, new technology is
Yes.
a rain. You just bring in new opportunities and make the whole ecosystem blossom. I think because of all this new technology, it might actually have more jobs. Now, not only we had a test for human use, AI use, AI human compatible, and then legacy system, existing system, AI system, all has to be
Yes.
compatible. So you actually will
Yes.
actually create more job for the US community and design community. So I think the future is pretty bright.
Yeah,
Us.
I agree with that. Like, I agree with that. I think that there are plenty of jobs that are being created and that are to be created. So I believe it's not about the fear of AI replacing you. It's actually about learning how to adapt and understand exactly where is it that you need to like include yourself in so that you are in the conversation and not left out.
That's great. That's a really great conversation. I'm so looking forward to see this paper getting published. When is that gonna be published and where will it be published?
We're gonna publish it. So I not like we're still choosing exactly which like magazine or we're gonna be publishing in because I included into this big like because I'm doing the technical paper with everything. So I'm included in this version. I included two of my co-workers. That is Enrique Soto Astorga. He is one of the professors at the UNAM, that is the National University of Mexico, and Yurisa, which is the director of AI at AgileEngine. And Enrique is the director of UX and AI at AgileEngine. So I think the three of us make a wonderful team. I actually, Judy was very excited about the project. He wanted to join. Enrique, I asked him to join, and the three of us have been working together to release this. So it should be soon. I would say I don't have a specific date. Should be soon because we're also building all the technical requirements to for the final version of the paper. So yeah, it's we're doing some experiments and yeah, it should be out soon. I'm not gonna say a date because I don't want to commit to it.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah,
to
those
like
ways.
I don't want to yeah.
So it's
But
really exciting.
yes,
Congratulations. A lot of
thank
work.
you.
I think you guys worked for 2+ years on it. A lot of hard
Yes.
work on it. Congrats to the teams. Really
Yes.
amazing to that.
Yes.
It's after the publication, is there a patent on it? Are other company able to use your theory or they had to wait until the patents pass? What's the status on that?
Yeah, so we're thinking on doing a patent for all the work, like all the just patent the model. The idea for me like would be to partner with some like big company that can
Company
actually with a big company that can actually bring this to life, like
to
because
applicate, maybe they can
yes.
do something like that. Okay, that's amazing. Cool.
Yes, I would love to do that. Like I actually like my vision is to partner up with a big like one like a big company that can actually bring this to life and be leading this with alongside Judy and Enrique. And yeah, like just bring it to life because I believe that not only like the like all the consequences of having like such an accessible interfaces and like having technology behave with like be a part of you, be a part of your experience, and like the easiness to interact with it is also the fairness, like the idea of like removing stereotypes completely and removing all the generalizations that really excites me.
That's awesome. That's amazing to that. All right, let's do some rapid fire question to wrap it up. So besides all these academic assignments on your day-to-day user research and design work, what's your go-to usability testing tool so anyone can copy?
Usability testing, like that's like I believe that's the website. So yeah, like that's the one I use. I use Maze as well sometimes.
User
Yeah,
testing and Maze? Cool.
yeah.
And from your experience, what's missing from the current tool you're using? What do you wish they're better?
You know what? I just feel that nothing beats doing it in person. So that's my main feedback, but it's so hard. AgileEngine is a company that is completely online. Most of it works online. So yeah, that's I think that the a way of having full access to users, like seeing, everything. I kind of miss those days.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can have the AI persona, then you're
Yeah.
done. But then the
Yes.
problem is not then you don't have the talk to the real people thing.
Yes,
It's like you can't
exactly.
have that. If you had a magical wand, what would make gathering feedback dramatically easier for you?
What would make, sorry, what would make what?
What would make gathering feedback
Gathering.
dramatically easier? Yes.
Oh, if I had a magic tool, I would say definitely a way to like prompt like a quick survey, like but like make it so easy to answer, like make it like in the best moment, like you're doing nothing, like you're in your phone, like you get the feedback, the little survey. I don't know, because it's sometimes one of the things I've struggled so much is that users don't want to provide feedback for the app. Like when you send like when you ask for them to fill out a survey, they don't want to. And then yeah, like it's I think that more than anything, I would love to have like something that will like encourage them to do that,
More friendly, like conversational, like
exactly,
chit chatting.
exactly.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool, cool. There are a
Yeah.
lot of those out there. We actually have a free tool that does that too. It's a
Nice.
conversational chat. It's called
Ah,
AI chat to do that for qualitative feedback. Cool.
I'm gonna take a look at that because yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we that's our free product. We have that too. Cool. All
Awesome.
right, Alina. Last question. What's the most fulfilling thing doing what you're doing? Like most fulfilling part of your job?
I have two things that are fulfilling. One of them is working with the designers. I love working with designers. I have a team, like the team that I work with, definitely. Like when we have to solve a problem, we are always focused on the user, and also like taking into account like balancing the user needs and the business needs, and surprising the client with solutions that are just like a little bit outside the box, but at the same time that fix every one of the pain points that they're looking for. So one of the key things that I love, definitely that.
Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. And these days, the designers are building the future. Designers are actually taking the seat of
Yes.
the better UX world. That's awesome. I'm glad your team are about to publish the groundbreaking work. And thank you so much for showing us the behind the curtain scene of publishing CIFM. And for those who are listening, if you are ready to start vibe user testing your product at the speed of your code, you can visit us at theysaid.io, sign up a free account, do free user testing, or just like Alina mentioned, a conversational AI chat. I'm Lihong Hicken, and this is US Stories. I'll see you at the next episode.